Of course, one could argue that each of us is a composite of a number of different factors, and in some cases these are more pronounced, more profoundly different than others. Each day of our lives we play out a myriad different roles, not all of which are congruous. However, in Henry Silt's case, this is taken to a whole new level. Henry exhibits not exactly a split personality, as much as what I have taken to calling a kaleidoscopic personality.
Henry Silt grew up in this house in Kenilworth, a small Midlands town much like any other. The only child of Dave and Margaret Silt, Henry's childhood was a happy and unremarkable one. At the age of 12, he attended this comprehensive school, where he showed a developing interest in the dramatic arts.
Well, I suppose he might have shown a bit more interest in dressing up than other children.
Oh. Yes, and there was that time when the school called us, what would it be? It'd be about
12, 13.
13, something like that. And that's when we realised how serious it was.
So are you going anywhere nice on your holidays?
Yes, my wife and I planning to go in.
Whereas most of us take the elements of a profession or lifestyle and appropriate them to suit the idea we already have of ourselves, in Henry's case he actually becomes them at the expense of whatever you would usually term the real Henry. Which, of course, makes you ask the question, who is the real Henry Silt? Since I had begun my study, for instance, Henry has been an accountant, an artist, a surrealist poet, a horse whisperer. So how did Henry get on at school?
Well, we kept him on at school until he was 16. I imagine he was bullied though, don't you think?
But it didn't seem to get through to him.
No. I mean, at the time we were called to the school and he was caught flogging himself.
And he said he was a medieval monk.
But as he plays out these different roles, he still uses the name Henry Silt.
Oh yes.
Yes. It makes it easier when you call him for his dinner.
A contortionist, a mathematician, a folk musician, and at one point even a spectre, Henry's idea of a being from the spirit realm. And of course that's just a small fraction of the total identities Henry has assumed. How many would you estimate that being in total? Oh, tens of thousands. A further thing you should bear in mind is that Henry's not assuming any of these identities for financial gain. In reality, Henry's unemployed. Tell us more about Henry's degree, the university he went to.
Well, he sort of went to university.
Except all the tutors were him as well.
So he's self-taught?
Yes, and he gave himself a degree at the end of it.
O Lord, who may lodge in thy tabernacle? Who may dwell on thy holy mountain?
It seemed at first that Henry was changing identities in secret, but then we managed to catch on film the exact moment he transformed from a vicar into a car mechanic.
Lovely wheel arches they were. That's a spot-on bit of welding, mate. You got your lovely forest green... The thing you must remember with Henry is that he truly believes he is that identity. There is no reasoning with him. Try and confront him and he will deny it. Have you tried confronting him about this?
Yes, but he doesn't listen.
Do you think you'll be able to show us?
Now, Henry, you are not a film documentary maker.
Yes, I am.
See, you just don't listen, do you?
He doesn't listen.
He doesn't listen.
Henry, you're not a real psychiatrist. Yes, I am. That isn't even a real moustache. Yes, it is.
This next piece is an instrumental I've entitled Moonlight in G.
Well, I think at the end of the day, you have to realise he's quite happy.
He's not doing anybody any harm.
Shakespeare once wrote, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. In Henry's case, he's not only the players, but the writer, the producer, the director, and the audience as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much.